We've had a product for a while, TT Uncovered, that helps trade some particular option strategies that we've seen be very, very widely taken up, especially on the agency markets. And that's something that is now really taking off, and people are seeing immense value in that. We are now supporting algos across a wider range of options products, especially on CME. Obviously, we've had a lot of algos on the futures, but as we see more liquidity going into those options products, we definitely see the need for people to want to go in and use that same tool set of the algos on that.
How has TT's partnership with Tokwise helped with energy trading?
We're seeing massive amounts of interest in the power markets across especially Europe, but increasingly other parts of the globe as well. Tokwise is a great player for us to work with. They're in the portfolio management business for energy. So, they're now able to more directly link their trade suggestions, their orders directly into the execution venues that we're connected to in TT.
How does TT's platform address energy trading markets digitizing?
When people look at the TT platform, there are a number of things that they find very useful that helps drive people to come to TT. Firstly, of course, is the wide range of connectivity that we've got, traditionally on listed markets, but increasingly on spot markets and on other liquidity venues in other asset classes as well. Having that in place, not just with one company, but literally on the same trading platform, is very beneficial to people. But then we move up. The tools that we've got on the screen trading, whether these are our auto spreading tools, our aggregating tools, people find those incredibly helpful when they're looking to navigate different venues, different trades that they might have across futures products, spot products. We do think that we've got the best in class. Clients definitely seem to agree, in terms of screen execution tools. And then moving even further up with all the algos that we have, being able to launch an algo that understands all the different nuances of not just futures trades, but spot trades again, and use that automated power within the TT platform is what a lot of people are looking for. So it goes across a number of different areas, but the real key is that as we go into this multi-asset world, we are putting everything using the same tool set on the same platform, and that's what people really benefit from.
How are users leveraging TT's expansion into a full trade lifecycle platform?
Let me give you just a couple of examples of things that people have already benefited from today. You mentioned the pre-trade. By integrating the clearinghouse margining into the TT platform on the front end, we're now able to do a proper pre-trade portfolio risk check in real time, not just on the major markets, but on every clearinghouse globally, using their own native algorithms and their own native methodologies for measuring risk. So that gives a much better measurement of that pre-trade risk, allowing traders to trade more, but within sensible risk limits. As we move down, the post-trade life cycle, the integration between execution, confirmation, clearing is just helping to bring everything together all on one platform. And we're seeing people more and more wanting to know what's happened to their trade after it's executed and wanting to be able to check that that's gone through the other processing steps, whether that is with a give up and claim or an internal allocation, just so that they've got that certainty that trades are where they need to be as soon as possible on trade day.
How do you see event contracts fitting in with futures markets?
Event contracts are definitely going to come to the rise. We have seen a lot of interest already on zero-day options from that high-end retail market, and I think event contracts is going to be exactly the same. People are actually wanting to have something that is regulated, that they can trust, that is going through the same sort of channels that they're used to trading on other areas. So I definitely expect there to be a big pickup for that. There are challenges associated with event contracts. These are 24/7 trading things, so people need to adjust all of their tools and their support models to handle that. Fortunately for us here at TT, that's something that we've been used to for a little while. We talked a little bit about the trading on the power side. That is a 24/7 product. So we are used to the different ways for technically and operationally that you need to support 24/7 trading and clearing.
How is TT working with FCM and Clearing Partners to streamline the trade lifecycle?
When we talk to our sell-side partners in particular and look at what it is that we can do to make it easier to bring clients onto the platform, there are a number of common themes that come through. Firstly, having the right risk models. We talked there about being able to move from a basic risk check to more advanced risk checks, and now to the full portfolio span and portfolio margining that we talked about. So that's one area where you can have better risk models. I think the second one is just the technical ease of onboarding. The fact that TT runs as a SaaS platform makes it a lot easier to onboard customers. We've got a lot of connectivity already in place. So in many cases, bringing a customer onto the clearing platform or onto the trading platform for an FCM, it's just a case of configuring the risk and flipping a switch and they're ready to trade.
How is TT getting ready for 24/7 trading?
One of the benefits of the architecture that we've got is that we are able to do continuous maintenance across the platform, which means because of the redundancy that we already have implicitly in the way that we're architected, we can do a lot of maintenance without having to take the platform down altogether. That is key from the technical side for being able to support 24/7 trading. That's something that was in place from the beginning and is now making it a lot easier as we look at the right way to apply maintenance windows. On the human side of things, with the support models, both from the engineering teams and from the client-facing teams, just having that 24/7 model in place, having agreements with our staff, making it sure that everybody understands what it is that they need to do up front, rather than just being reactive to things that come our way, has enabled us to have a much better 24/7 provision than I think many other people.
Do you see TT's multi-asset partnerships reshaping derivatives trading and its role in the energy transition?
We're finding as we go through our journey here at TT that we're mirroring the same journey that a lot of our customers are doing. Maybe 10 years ago, it was very much a siloed futures and options listed derivatives trading world, but we're finding everybody is expanding out a little bit now. So the power trading is one great example where people are seeing that the adjacent markets, in this case the spot markets, are so closely related that we need to be able to handle everything on the same platform. So we feel very well aligned with a lot of our customers, and the feedback that we get is very good as we move into different asset areas, different sources of liquidity. The key is putting that all onto one platform, making use of the tools that people have successfully used for many, many years.